All right, guys, today we're doing another mic test. This is the Donner PO-8 dynamic broadcast microphone. This is geared for people that want to do a podcast, start a YouTube channel. If you work from home and you just want some good, clean, crispy audio on a budget, this will be a good mic to pick up. Now, this is XLR only, so no USB connection to your computer. You will need a mixer like the Rodecaster Pro or something like the Scarlett Focusrite. So you will need to add another piece of equipment if you want to pick this microphone up and use it. Now, XLR only, again, the polar pattern on here is a cardioid polar pattern, and we will test out the polar pattern on here. We're going to do some mic tests, compare this to other microphones, the Pod mic, the Shure SM7B, the F Deuce, and we'll see what other mics we can bring into the mix. Again, no audio processing will be turned on. Plug and play. This is what it will sound like right out of the box, without the pop filter, without the windscreen. But let's take a look and see what we get inside of the box, and then we'll take a look at the microphone itself, if there are any bells and whistles on this microphone, and then we'll get into some of the comparisons against other microphones. Now, the packaging on here, you can see a picture of the actual microphone on the front, and it's a big microphone, a heavy microphone, a very well-built microphone. This is a metal microphone, so it's got some good weight to it, and it does give me the Rode Procaster vibes, which is a very expensive microphone, but a good microphone. But this right here, if you want to save some money, you can hear the audio. It's really good audio coming from this microphone. So the Donner PO-8 dynamic microphone, but we get a bunch of stuff inside of the box for our money. So we do get an XLR cable right here, which is always a good thing to have. We do get the shock mount, so if you want to throw this on a boom arm or something. We do get the foam windscreen, and this thing is very good. We'll throw this on the microphone in a little bit, and you guys can hear how the plosives sound compared to without this foam windscreen on. And we also get a pop filter. Now, this is a big pop filter, right? It will cover up most of my face if I do use that. I'm not big on pop filters. I prefer the windscreens, or I just leave it off, and I try and put my microphone on an angle like you see here, and I don't have to worry about any of that. I try not to talk directly into the microphone so you can hear some of those plosives, but that's just me. That's just how I roll. Now, the specs on the Donner PO-8. This is an XLR microphone, so again, no USB connection. A dynamic microphone. The polar pattern is a cardioid polar pattern. The frequency response is 40 hertz to 16 kilohertz, and I do have here the graph for that, so you can see that the sensitivity on here is negative 56 dBs and the impedance is 200 ohms. So let me know what you think of the audio quality, guys. Drop some comments below. Hit that like button, drop a sub, and let's get into the video. Oh, also one more thing. We do get this pouch on here, and it does say Donner on it. Little zip bag to carry around your microphone so you don't scratch it up or do anything to, well, hurt your microphone. Now, on the top of this microphone, there is a low-cut filter, so that is pretty much all you can do when it comes to bells and whistles on this microphone. You can turn that on and give yourself a little different sound. I do like this sound better, but for the sake of the video, we're going to leave it here on the more flat sound and just do some comparisons that way. Now I'm all up on this microphone, right in the grill. This is what it will sound like if I am directly speaking into the microphone, and we'll back it up a little bit. So right now I'm about 3-4 inches away, and now I am about a foot away from the microphone. Let me know what you think of the audio quality. We're going to come back in, and we're going to do some plosives, so just be prepared. You might hear some Peter Piper picked a pepper or whatever he wants to pick. I don't know. Peter Piper, that's a plosive right there. So we'll throw on the foam windscreen and see if we can hear a difference. So now we are using the foam windscreen, and I think this windscreen does a fantastic job, especially with plosives and other things, but it does a really good job. It's really good. Now, I'm not a fan of the look of these, but you can't deny that it does make a difference when it comes to the sound quality, and it cleans it up quite a bit, in my opinion. So Peter Piper picked a pepper. You can hear the difference, a huge difference when using this windscreen. I think it's really good. All right, guys, comparison time. So we got 4 mics here. I always feel like I'm like being interviewed when I do this because of all these mics in my face. I don't know if I like it, but they're here. We're going to do it. 4 of them. The SM7B right here, the legendary SM7B. You are still hearing the audio from the Donner, which I think sounds really, really good. The F Deuce right here, SL40. I do have a full video on this mic. Really good mic. Right around the same price as the Donner. So $400, $70, $70, $80 for this mic. And then the Pod mic right here, Rode's own microphone, $100 microphone. Really good mic. The first mic that I did purchase on the channel. And I'm a big fan of this microphone. But we're just going to start We'll start with the SM7B. This is what it will sound like. Again, no audio processing is turned on. I love this microphone. It looks good. It sounds good. Everyone uses it for a reason. Professionals, musicians, everyone wants this microphone, and for good reason. It sounds fantastic. This is the sound quality that we're trying to match, that we're trying to get close to at a cheaper price. So how does the Donner? You are hearing the audio from the Donner right now. How does it sound? Does it stack up? Is it close? Again, no audio processing turned on. These are these mics out of the box, all plugged into the Rodecaster Pro 2. Overall, I think the Donner sounds really, really good. And now we're going to bring in the F-Deuce. So this is the F-Deuce SL40. There are some bells and whistles on this thing that this doesn't have, and honestly that the SM7B doesn't have. This microphone for the price is really, really good. And of course, the pod mic. This does need a little help in my opinion. Not as much bass in this microphone, but it is clean, it is crispy. But I would go in again and I would turn audio processing on, and I would do some things, maybe turn the compressor on and do some things to give this a little more heft, a little more boom, a little more thump in my voice anyway. But some people might want their audio to sound just like this, and it sounds fine. I like it. I love this microphone. But overall, look, all of these microphones, I think, do a really good job at just giving us some good sound quality. Again, the Donner right here. Let me know, how did this stack up to the other microphones? Especially, I'm interested in hearing how you guys think this stacked up to the SM7B. All right, guys, the Donner PO-8. What do you think of this microphone? How did it do against some of the better mics, the SM7B, but how did it do against some other mics in the same price point? Drop some comments and let me know. Now, we get a lot for our money, 70 bucks. We're getting the foam windscreen, we're getting a pop filter, we're getting the bag, we're getting a shock mount, we're getting everything we need. We're getting XLR cable with this thing. So plug and play if you have a mixer of some sort to use an XLR microphone. We do have the low cut filter on top. So that is really the only bell and whistle that you get on this microphone. The build quality on here is really, really good. It's made out of metal. It's a heavy microphone. It is a big boy, and it's very well built. I'm impressed not only with how well this microphone sounds, but the overall build quality and just exactly what we get for our money. So the Donner PO-8 dynamic broadcast microphone, guys. I'll drop all the links below. Hit that like button, drop a sub. I'll be back soon. Peace.